It appears that allegations similar to those against Diddy have also surfaced against Oprah Winfrey, positioning her at the top of the list of Hollywood elites facing scrutiny. Reports suggest that federal authorities were poised to raid Oprah's home in connection with allegations of trafficking and suppression of black artists. However, it's rumored that Oprah received advance notice of the impending raid and managed to evade the authorities before they could take action, echoing Diddy's swift actions in similar circumstances. It's not strange for Oprah to have a raid at home. She was fully prepared as Diddy. The current buzz surrounding Oprah Winfrey is rife with speculation and wild theories, with some suggesting she could be acting as a handler for the Hollywood elite, a notion that delves into the realm of high-stakes conspiracy. These rumors challenge Oprah's public image as a benevolent and rights-focused figure, suggesting there may be more complexity to her role behind the scenes. The circulating rumors present a starkly different portrayal of Oprah, proposing that she may have leveraged her influence in Hollywood to manipulate black artists into serving the interests of the industry's elite.
I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here?
Look at Oprah. You see how she looked at Taraji and quickly looks away. And now look at Taraji. Look at her legs. She locks it away from Oprah, looking up, fluttering her eye, trying to hold back tears. But she's trying to be professional, so she leans into Oprah. Oprah pulls away. Fake laugh. We all know that's fake. That's fine.
This narrative implies that Oprah could have played a role in undermining the very talents she publicly championed, allegedly turning them into unwitting pawns for concealed agendas. If federal authorities were to raid Oprah Winfrey's home, similar to the raid on P. Diddy's home, there could be significant consequences for Oprah. These consequences might include legal ramifications. Depending on the findings of the raid, Oprah could potentially face criminal charges related to the allegations against her, such as involvement in trafficking or other illegal activities. Damage to reputation. A raid on her home would undoubtedly result in negative publicity and damage to Oprah's reputation, tarnishing her image as a respected media mogul and philanthropist. Financial implications. Legal battles and negative publicity could impact Oprah's business ventures, potentially leading to financial losses and damage to her brand. Personal stress and emotional toll. Facing federal investigation and potential legal proceedings can be emotionally taxing and stressful for individuals, affecting Oprah's well-being and personal life. Overall, a raid on Oprah Winfrey's home would have far-reaching consequences, like Diddy faced when feds raided Diddy.
We're following some breaking news right now. Homeland Security raiding the homes of Sean Diddy Combs.
This is his home in Star Island. Live pictures where Homeland Security investigators are right now on the scene.
This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago.
On Monday afternoon, TMZ put out there that the feds rolled up at the rapper's crib in LA with choppers swirling above. They saying it's all about human trafficking claims. Fox 11 dropped a vid showing Diddy's sons Justin and Christian King Combs cuffed up outside their Beverly Hills spot.
This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago.
Now, a lot of folks saying them officers hit up Diddy's place to snatch up anything that might tie him to the allegations floating around. We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. Douglas Wigdor, the lawyer for Cassie Ventura and Jane Doe, who both had lawsuits against Diddy in the past, spoke out about it. Over the last few months, 5 folks have come forward accusing Combs of some heavy stuff, including SA and the like. Back in November 2023, singer Cassie, real name Cassandra Ventura, dropped a bombshell federal lawsuit against her ex, Sean Diddy Combs, alleging he was physically abusive all through their relationship. The lawsuit claimed Combs went from beating Ventura to making her do things with other dudes against her will, even assaulting her at her place in 2018. Diddy settled that lawsuit in a day, but since then, 3 more women and 1 guy have sued him, accusing him of all sorts of abusive acts, like harassment, SA, non-consensual stuff, and even trafficking. The music bigwig's been denying all these allegations, saying his accusers are just out to wreck his rep, tarnish his name, and tear down his legacy. Cassie claimed she was caught up in a cycle of abuse, violence, and trafficking. Ventura sued under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which gave victims a one-time 1-year shot to sue their alleged abusers and institutions. Even if the statute of limitations had run out, that window closed up in November. She says she first met Combs in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. In her lawsuit, she said Combs had control over pretty much everything in her life, from her career to her personal medical records. She said he was often violent, hitting her multiple times a year and always pushing substances on her. She also claimed Combs made her be with male workers in different cities while he watched, joined, and recorded. She never went to the police because she was scared Combs would just find another excuse to hurt her. She also said that after a dinner in 2018, Combs forced his way into her apartment and assaulted her while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Ventura says she ended the relationship for good afterward. In her lawsuit, she mentioned multiple witnesses who saw what went down. One of them is her friend singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, who wrote an open letter to Combs describing an incident at Ventura's 29th birthday party in 2015. Ventura and Red claimed that on that night, Combs and his security team made Ventura leave because he wanted her to engage in encounters with other men. Red said Ventura told her back then that Combs was physically abusive. I feel compelled to show up for Cassie and myself and confirm that everything she described in her complaint about what happened that night is consistent with what I experienced, she wrote. In a statement to the New York Times, Combs' lawyer, Benjamin Brafman, said Combs denied the allegations, stating that the lawsuit was full of baseless and outrageous lies aimed at tarnishing Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. Ventura and Combs settled the lawsuit 1 day after it was filed. The details remain private. Brafman emphasized that the settlement does not imply an admission of wrongdoing. I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control, Ventura said in a statement. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Meanwhile, Combs stated, "We've decided to handle this amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love." 4 more individuals have stepped forward with allegations against Diddy. After the settlement, Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd, just before the Adult Survivors Act expired. She recounts meeting Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in 1990 or 1991, then going to Hall's apartment for an after-party. There, Gardner claims she was coerced into intimate activities with Combs after being offered more drinks. She alleges that Combs also assaulted her friend. Gardner describes feeling shocked and traumatized by the encounter. As she got dressed, Hall allegedly entered the room, pinned her down, and forced himself on her. Gardner further alleges that a few days later, Combs came to the home she shared with her friend and attacked her again. According to the lawsuit, he visited the house searching for the friend because he feared she might disclose the incident to his then-girlfriend. In another complaint filed on the same day, Joey Dickerson Neal alleges that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Combs, who intentionally drugged and assaulted her after their dinner. She claims Combs recorded the assault and showed the tape to others. Although Dickerson Neal did not immediately report the alleged assault to authorities, she eventually filed a police report with unspecified agencies in New York and New Jersey. The complaint states that prosecutors indicated they would need to corroborate her allegations. However, Dickerson Neal believes potential witnesses were afraid of retaliation from Combs and feared losing future business and music opportunities if they supported her account. A spokesperson for Diddy stated that the claims made by the 2 women are fabricated and accused them of exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. Another woman, referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint, filed a 4th lawsuit on December 6th. She alleges that Combs, his longtime associate Harvey Pierre, and a 3rd unidentified individual assaulted her at Combs' Manhattan recording studio in 2003 when she was 17 years old. Pierre, who previously held the position of president at Combs Bad Boy Entertainment, has also been sued by a former assistant. The assistant alleges that Pierre exploited her and assaulted her multiple times between 2016 and 2017, taking advantage of his authority as her boss. The lawsuit alleges that the men transported the young person across state lines from Detroit to New York City on a private jet, where they provided her with substances and alcohol until she was unable to consent. They then allegedly assaulted her violently despite her protests to stop. The complaint includes several photos that Doe claims were taken at the studio that night, including one where she is sitting on Combs' lap. In February, Combs' former producer and videographer filed a federal lawsuit against the mogul, alleging that Combs harassed, drugged, and threatened him. Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who worked on Combs' most recent album, Love, and lived with him from September 2022 to November 2023, claims he was constantly subjected to unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his behind by Combs. The lawsuit further alleges that Jones woke up naked and disoriented in bed with Combs and two others on one occasion, claiming that the music mogul had drugged him. Additionally, the complaint asserts that in his role as Combs' videographer, Jones obtained hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings showing Combs, his staff, and guests engaging in serious illegal activity. This activity, as alleged in the lawsuit, includes obtaining substances, soliciting S-workers, providing spiked drinks to young individuals, and assault. Jones's lawsuit lists several other defendants, including Combs' son Justin, Combs' chief of staff Christina Coram, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Haptamariam. Combs' lawyer Sean Hawley denied Jones's allegations. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies," she told People. However, Diddy has denied all the allegations against him. "Enough is enough," Diddy said in a statement. "For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." But his denial has not stopped all the consequences that have come with these allegations. In late November, Diddy temporarily stepped down as chairman of Revolt, the media company he founded in 2013. While Mr. Combs has previously had no operational or day-to-day role in the business, the company said in a statement, "This decision helps to ensure that Revolt remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora." Capital Prep Harlem, a charter school he opened in 2016, also announced it would end its partnership with the music mogul. Additionally, Variety reported that a new reality show featuring Combs, which was in the early stages of development at Hulu, has also been scrapped following the allegations. The show, tentatively titled Diddy +7, would have followed Combs and his family. In any case, fans are glad that law enforcement is finally bringing Combs to justice. Karma never misses. "It may have taken nearly 30 years, but the chickens have finally come home to roost," one fan commented. That's it for today. See you in the next video.